Good morning everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be continuing from where we left off and working towards needles. Just as a reminder, today's video is sponsored by my partnership with W Energy. If you're looking for an energy drink that is designed for gamers and can also be used for non-gamers as well, that doesn't cause the jitters and crashes of normal energy drinks and is natural, no sugar added, no maltodextrin, no artificial colors, and no calories, then look no further than W Energy, and you can use my discount code Joshua265 to try the starter pack and see if it's for you. Without further ado, let's get underway. First we are recovering the supplies that are needed for the troops, and then we're going to look for the evidence that will expose that corrupt commander who spent their budget on dress blues for himself. Alright, that takes care of that. Alright, now we have our two objectives here in the Chem factory.
Rakghoul chemical factory. Let's watch our step, huh?
Where are these people? Level 30. And recovered all of the canisters. Now we need to burn off the chemicals. And of course we have to find those first. And with everybody around, it's going to be problematic, I'm sure. It's 1 out of the 4. These chemicals are more difficult to find than I thought. It's 2 out of 4. One more. And there's 4. now the only thing we have left to do in this area is our main objective. And then we'll turn in all of the side stuff that we've done. Rather weird. I do like how different objectives that are moving in this area can, their bonuses can be completed without even being close to it. When I said I wanted a new helmet, this one was definitely not what I was thinking, but okie dokie.
Neutralized.
Looking for Needles, are you? I'm afraid he's long gone, my friend.
Let's see those hands nice and slow.
Don't worry. I won't give you any trouble. I wouldn't stand a chance fighting you, so I won't. Instead, let me make a suggestion. I'll tell you everything you need to know about needles, but in exchange, you have to let me go.
You seem to know an awful lot about my mission here.
You're wearing a Havoc Squad insignia and searching Needle's files. It doesn't take a great mind to put the two together. It's simple. Let me live, and I will tell you everything. Kill me, and you'll learn nothing.
Come in, Lieutenant. This is Sergeant Dorne. Do not trust this man. I served with him in the Empire. His name is Thoros.
What? Who's that? Who are you talking to? Dawn, is that you?
Thoros is a mass murderer, Lieutenant, a war criminal.
I'm listening, Sergeant. Go on.
During my time in Imperial service, Thoros ordered the executions of hundreds of civilian non-combatants and full-scale bombings of unarmed populations. Furthermore, these actions were committed in circumvention of direct orders from Imperial command.
I am a soldier. I do what I must to achieve my objectives, just like you, Lieutenant.
I don't kill civilians, you imp scum.
Please, listen. I'll tell you everything. Everything I know. Needles is doing experiments on the Rakghouls. He wants to understand the disease, to turn it into a weapon.
Of course he does.
He left here a few hours ago. He said he was visiting some friends in the ruptured sewer system to get more samples.
Keep going. What else can you tell me?
That's everything. That's all I know. I've given you what you wanted. Now what about me?
You'd know better than I would, Sergeant. What should I do here?
I respectfully suggest you discharge your weapon into Thoros' skull, Lieutenant.
No! This isn't fair.
Since you helped me, you're free to go. For now.
I'm glad we could work out an arrangement. Farewell, friend.
I'll see you at HQ, Lieutenant. Dawn out.
They may disagree, and I actually disagree myself, but killing the man would have netted dark side points, so we'll let it go this time.
These are all the canisters I was able to recover.
Thank you. The Republic thanks you. Imagine how horrific it would be if the Rakghoul nightmare had spread to the rest of the galaxy. Please, take this for your service.
I can smell chemicals on you, but I also smell fire and smoke. Did you complete the burn-off? All the toxins and pollutants have been incinerated?
Naturally.
There's no doubt about it.
Nothing could please me more. Thank you. The structure will still collapse, but it shall leave no poison in its wake. Perhaps we can rebuild the area after all.
We don't have antibiotics. They come on the same ship as everything else.
You're supposed to keep better tabs on that sort of thing. These men have the Cillian flu. They could die if... Lieutenant, do I read from your face that you brought welcome news?
Tell your men they're off rationing.
Not a moment too soon, Lieutenant. Let me tell you, you really saved my stripes on this one. The men came close to mutiny when I cut rations again. They knew this wasn't going to be a luxury cruise.
What do you expect? You ask your men to starve while you eat bantha steaks from off-world.
These pictures prove you knew the ship was damaged, and you sent it anyway.
They're going to Republic Command, along with my documentation of every personal purchase you've made. These men left their families and risked their lives to come here. If they die, it should be for someone better than you.
I didn't know the ship was so bad. I thought if it was serious, I'd catch it on Ord Mantell.
The men on Terrace deserve a better leader.
This is ridiculous. I did nothing wrong. Republic Command will never listen to you.
You think so?
I need to call them.
Thank you for all your help. But there may be something else, too. Normally, our 4th outpost comes here to pick up its supplies. But their convoy never arrived this month. I'm afraid something happened. They need to be found.
Just tell me where to look.
You've got to be the best friend these soldiers ever had. The route between the outposts runs along Lake Brel. Not the best planning. There's Rakghouls there, and a Nexus spawning ground, and worse. Usually the convoy's managed by only traveling when the sun is highest. Plus lots and lots of firepower. But if they're out there too long, well, you need to find them.
Every moment we delay risks their lives. I'll leave right now.
Whatever happened to the convoy, we need to make sure Morn Outpost gets their supplies. Sonic emitters along the route usually keep off the worst of the critters. But if they're on the fritz, that convoy would have walked into a feeding frenzy. Fix the emitters and see what you can find about the convoy. When you're done, report to Commander Yajek at Morn Outpost. And thank you.
Since we have to report to somebody else at a different outpost, we'll go ahead and go back to base and talk to Sergeant Dorne, and then we'll come back here and follow the trail to the next area.
You spared a war criminal, Lieutenant. That man murdered hundreds of people and you simply let him walk out of the Imperial's base.
I'll take your opinion under advisement, Sergeant.
I'd appreciate it. Let's move on, shall we? Lab results confirmed Thoris's account. Needles has almost completed a weaponized strain of Rakghoul disease. However, the data makes no mention of Needles' friends in the ruins of the transport system.
Do you have any idea who these friends might be?
Available intelligence doesn't show any populations in the ruins of the transport system, but scans of the area have been cursory at best. Rakghouls infest the area, making scouting by foot inordinately difficult. However, one traversable route has been located.
I'll scout the area myself.
Any geographical information you can bring back would be very helpful, Lieutenant. This ruined transport station is our only lead to Needle's location. I would encourage you to stock up on supplies and munitions before entering the area. Good luck.
And we reached 18 with Jorgen. That's one sonic beacon repaired. And now I have to wait for that to respawn. This is the problem with having so many people on the same mission.
We just stopped to rest. Geozel found a scratch, and we don't know if it's the Rakghoul infection, so we're waiting. And Dorne might be coming down with the Geonosian swamp flu, but we're on our way, I swear, and you're looking at me very strangely.
What are you expecting me to accuse you of?
Nothing. I mean, look, I know we're late, so people naturally start thinking...
That you were dead?
Would they care? I'm sorry, I shouldn't even be... Are you even Republic? I don't recognize it. Oh, forget it. I was never a good liar. We aren't going back. Is that what you wanted to hear? We've deserted.
What kind of man abandons his comrades in the face of such an enemy?
We're not the only ones talking about running for it. We just got the first chance. 5 years we've been out here. No break. Most of our friends have died. We're wounded, tired, broken. Fighting something that can't think, can't be frightened, and if you get the slightest scratch, you become the enemy and your own squad puts you down like a dog.
You have given the Republic as much as it can reasonably demand.
You're not gonna turn us in?
You'll never survive alone out here.
We're heading back near the main base. There's scavengers with ships there. Maybe we can make it off-world. Please, tell Commander Yajek you found our bodies. That way no one will ever come looking.
I feel for their plight, I guess.
State your business. This is a Republic military outpost, sovereign territory of the Galactic Republic. We will defend ourselves with deadly force if necessary.
First Lieutenant Havoc Squad. Most recently of Ord Mantell.
Lieutenant, welcome to our outpost. There's no unauthorized travel this far into the wilds. Best policies usually blast first, chat later. Don't suppose you were sent by Commander Guarded with news about our supplies.
Your supplies are on the way, but no thanks to him.
Sounds like there's a story there, but I won't waste your time asking for it. Let me just say thanks. Don't suppose you saw any sign of our boys. If they're still alive, they better have a good excuse for leaving us hanging.
I found their bodies along the route.
No surprise. Well, they'll be missed.
Let's try this again.
State your business.
First, when your commander treats you like a prisoner of war, sometimes deserting is the only option.
We're soldiers. You know what that means. We swore an oath that the Republic's worth more than our own lives. If that means dying in the muck with a Rakghoul's teeth around your throat, well, any soldier who'd give less isn't worthy of the name. You see those boys again, you tell them there's a cold cell waiting for them.
That balances it out.
Oh, excuse me. Something in the air. Spores, I think. Name's Wintag. I'm working on the Republic Teresian archival database. We call it RepTad. I'm assigned to explore the old city myself, but I'm not handling the change of atmospheres very well. I don't suppose you'd be up for a little job exploring the ruins? We're well funded, so I can pay you for your trouble.
Just let me know how I can be of service.
Thank you, Lieutenant. I'm talking about finding the archive set up by Terrace's own government to preserve their knowledge and culture in the event of disaster. I've been working on this for years, and I believe I finally pinpointed the location of their archive.
Just tell me where and I'll bring it back for you.
From the records, it sounds like it may be more than a simple data file. I've tried to approach the location before, but it is positively overrun with Rakghouls. I couldn't get close. If you could get past them, let my assistant know how to arrange retrieval. Her constitution is stronger than mine.
Would you like a chance to be part of one of the great mysteries of the Republic's past? We have irrefutable proof that Revan once sheltered here, soon after returning to the Republic from the Sith. There are many tales of how Revan rescued Bastila Shan and changed galactic history, but there were smaller lives touched as well.
You're talking like these are people I should know about.
Revan, the great Jedi General of the Mandalorian Wars, who turned to the dark side but was brought back to the light by Master Bastila Shan? Shameful. This is why the galaxy needs research like mine, to bring history to life for its people. 300 years ago, the outcasts of Taris lived deep below the city, where the Rakghoul plague originated. Revan's journals record bringing them a cure for the plague and leading them to the secure colony called the Promised Land, yet we don't know if they survived.
Are you asking me to look for a lost colony from 300 years ago?
Or any sign of what became of them. My assistant is coordinating excavations. Anything you find, bring to him. Perhaps these promised ones left some record, something to talk to us across the ages.
Funny how it's always the assistants doing all the work, isn't it?
We are saved. An Upworlder has restored to us the work of my grandfathers. At last, we have a place to escape this oppressive city and the laws that keep us beneath it. A place where we can breathe.
Interesting. Sounds to me like the Promised Land didn't last for very long. For the Rakghoul's fangs. Interesting.
This is a restricted area. There have been no security breaches for the past 111,325 days. Please show your credentials to enter.
Have you been guarding this place for 300 years?
That is correct. My programming appears to contain a contradiction. I'm instructed only to open this door to a member of the Taretian government. But when the archive was brought online, all members of the ruling government were contained within. I have received no information on their successors.
This place has been a wasteland for 300 years. There is no government.
Let me update my programs. My fall-through under that condition is to open only to representatives of the Galactic Republic. Is that you?
I'm a lieutenant of Havoc Squad of the Republic Armed Forces.
Excellent. Welcome to the Terrace Archive. This is the ruling government of Terrace, as last appointed, plus representatives of every major science and industry. Their final wish was to be thawed when Terrace was once more in the hands of the Republic. Here is data on all those contained within.
I won't fail.
My programming instructions end here.
Alright, now we have the archive data that we needed. Recovered. That takes care of infectious legacy. Now we just need to continue chasing history, and then Needles is further in here. Then we just have to wrap up the heroic missions and we should be done with the planet.
This will be no secret to anyone listening, but Terrace has been attacked. The upper and lower city were destroyed. We have found the Promised Land, but have nowhere to return to. If only we had arrived sooner. The Promised Land is the original Terrace colony site. It was sheltered from the direct bombardment, but the quakes have destroyed every building and generator left. We must start again from scratch, but at least we have survived. The Rakghouls are still feeding on the dead, but when the meat is gone, they will begin to hunt.
We mourn today for Rakghoul, who brought us out of the Undercity and into the Promised Land. We have sent scouts throughout Darius and can find no other survivors. They cast us out and barred their doors to us. But now we bury our dead in the ashes of their skyscrapers. As Rakghoul told us, it is not an easy life. Our children will grow up in a world of spears and bows, not blasters and starships. It is my burden to preserve our memories. Once we were outcasts. Once we were the promised ones. Now we are Darius.
It's an interesting way to look at it, and not wrong.
Breeding. Back in the Undercity, they reproduced only by infecting us. But now, there are more every day. We lose people to them, a few every year, but only as meat. The serum the Upworlder brought us has held true. We do not sicken. But now the serum is gone. We have had 4 infants born who could not be immunized. All boys. We will not be able to protect them forever. We need our full strength to defend the tribe. Maybe the immunity was inherited. Maybe we do not need to worry that a bite, a scratch, will turn our children against us. Maybe I do not need to fear for my son.
Something tells me it didn't go that way. Well, that's nice. The last one is, of course, all the way at the other end where we already were. So we'll take care of this first and then work our way back through the tunnels again. Takes care of the bonus mission, liquidate the laboratory.
So congratulations to you, Ensign Sarvin, on your noble sacrifice.
It's all right. No, wait, sir, no!
Ah, exquisite. I'll be requiring more Rakghouls for my work, Borzoth.
We already gave you the Rakghouls you asked for. When will you do as we asked?
As soon as the weapon is completed. With it, we will decimate the Republic outpost.
I smell an intruder.
So you do. Sergeant, is that really you?
I've moved up in the world since you last saw me.
So I see. You've slaughtered enough Republic enemies to be rewarded, then. Well done. I see you aren't alone. You brought that pathetic worm all the way from Ord Mantell, just to die along with you.
Talk all you want, Dorne. You're not getting out of here alive.
Your timing is impeccable. Just as I find myself with plenty of pathogen but no more test subjects, you arrive. The transformation will hurt at first,
But that's merely your organs rupturing and realigning. It's all over quickly, I assure you.
It's nice of you to offer, but I think I'll pass.
Struggle if you must, then, but you'll wish you hadn't made it so hard on yourself. Vorzoth, please assist me in subduing our newest volunteer.
With pleasure.
Fire at will.
Let's go.
Take them.
Looks like more samples of Needle's weaponized Rakghoul disease. What should we do with them?
What do you think we should do?
Well, can't hurt to take a few samples back so Research Division could take a look at them. I'm sure they'd appreciate it.
No one should have a weapon this dangerous.
It's your call, Lieutenant. Let's get back to base. I've had about all the fun I can take.
You got to get rid of a traitor just like you wanted to, so you should be happy. Alright. Now we just need to get the last of the Promised Land entries. Then we can go take care of the heroic missions, and then we'll return to the sergeants.
I am Kuki, 14th Keeper of Memories after Rakghoul. We now number 53 adults and 21 children. We lost 4 able bodies and 2 child bearers to the Rakghoul virus this year. Our records say there used to be a cure. We have lost so much. Tomorrow, we leave to search for higher ground. Plants are growing. Nature has reclaimed what once belonged to men. Nature is cruel. 2 of every 3 of our babies die to sickness and hunger. If we are to live, we must rebuild our walls.
Yeah, and there's still another entry.
We forgot. I am the memory. I have Rakghoule's descriptions. I know there was a city once. I know a city is many houses, many people. I am the only one. Now, there is just us. We have stopped having children. The old records say it is from toxic radiation. We once called this the Promised Land. It was a lie. It is our grave.
Well, that's cheery. Alright, now we can go turn in those Rakghoul teeth, and then we'll get on to finishing the heroics.
I was told you might be coming. Was there anything in the archive?
Apparently, the ancient Taresian government thought the most important thing to preserve was themselves.
Themselves? What do you mean literally? That's amazing. All this time we've been working from old recordings and the occasional droid, when the key to the whole planet's history is right here.
Instead of walking all the way, we'll just use the heroic transport to get straight to it. And we're definitely going to want Jordan in heal mode.
You're done.
Definitely not concerned with getting the bonus. So we're going to try to avoid as many fights as we can, but there was no way we would have been sneaking past that group. Did not mean to go in 2 whole groups of them. Things are incredibly annoying. still had another one. I need to speak to Dr. Solarin. Who's naturally in here. Amazing that no one's come in here to get him yet, right?
Manuk Marakanaja, Ki Namabam, Yak Manana,
Identify yourself.
Jukaki Mem Paninu, Am Kabina Bek Memnu Kimgam, Umnuk Inu Memnu, Am Kakam Mem Perolak Palak.
Glad he's so grateful for his rescue. On to the next heroic. Open it. For now, I think I'm going to leave Jorgen in healing mode, but we'll see what happens. Depends on what type of enemies are here in the Rakghoul lair.
We are here on a mission of mercy. I am recording this hollow journal to preserve our efforts for posterity. All evidence indicates that Rakghouls are not beasts, but formerly sentient victims of a plague that mutates the body and mind. It was Sith science that created the plague. And where the Force has corrupted, perhaps the Force can also heal.
Looks like it went so wonderful for you, considering all I'm finding is journals and destroyed property.
We have set our camp near a Rakghoul lair, but have had little luck making contact with the creatures. We take heart that our theories are sound, for there is a palpable dark side presence coming from the lair. It is that influence we must combat to turn back the plague. Masters Trey Trimble and Lucana are dead. They ventured too close to the lair and were attacked. There was something else leading the Rakghouls. It seemed impervious to the power of the Force. I fear we've now drawn its attention.
I'd say so. Let's see what the final journal has to say. Leading them in her journey. Oh, we got a new gun. Question is, where's the last journal? Probably over here with the other mutated Rakghoul. Don't know, but I'm only really concerned about finding the last journal. You would think the journals would all be around the Rakghouls. There you are.
We are being picked off one by one. We have doused our fire, but still they find us. They seem to smell the force in us. The light draws out their own darkness. We were wrong. This is far worse than a plague. They cannot be saved. I hope we still can.
Apparently not. I was hoping to avoid that. Okay. So apparently I need to take out the others first, because if not, they're going to swarm. 5 irradiated Rakghouls down.
Been at him.
Of course. Alright. 2 more irradiated Rakghouls to go. Rakghouls to go. Now we just need to take out 1 more irradiated Rakghoul. And it looks like just about everybody is here on the same mission, so... we'll have to wait for one to respawn. Which actually, with everybody being that way, it looks like our best shot at that would be here. Make sure we're ready for when it returns, just in case somebody else comes along and tries to steal a kill. With any luck, since there are so many people, the way will be clear.
On your feet.
And of course, that one takes advantage of the fact that I'm fighting to take my thing again.
I don't know what they're thinking, opening this place to colonization.
It's an excellent question, isn't it? Alright, time to return. So everybody I have to report to is back at the base. Took care of the Rakghoul things.
Command's sending out new tactics all the time. Stay sharp out there.
Your supervisor sent me. I found out what happened to your promised ones. There's no happy ending.
I knew they couldn't have disappeared without a trace. Give me what you found. Let us learn the history of this doomed planet so we don't repeat it.
Welcome back, Lieutenant. Congratulations on the success of your mission.
I couldn't have pulled off this mission without you, Sergeant.
I was only following orders, Lieutenant. General Garza attempted to contact you a few moments ago. I took the liberty of briefing her on your mission status.
Thank you very much.
The General requested that you contact her before departing Taris. The holocom in the next room has been prepared for your use.
I'll contact her right away.
Congratulations once again, Lieutenant.
Greetings, Lieutenant. I understand congratulations are in order.
Needles is neutralized, General.
You've done very well. Needles was a brilliant man. Taking him down was no small feat. I haven't informed Cardin yet, but I doubt he'll be upset. He and Needles never did see eye to eye.
Needles was insane. I doubt anyone saw eye to eye with him.
And yet, Tavis never had any problems with Needles. Perhaps that should have been my first warning.
You think?
And there's something else, Lieutenant. Tell me, what do you think of Sergeant Dorne?
Sergeant Dorne helped me when no one else would, General.
Yes, your reception on Taris wasn't ideal. I'm glad you managed to find the one useful officer in the entire outpost. I looked over her service record. Impressive stuff, I must say. Were you aware that Dorne served with the Imperial military for almost 2 years, Lieutenant?
She told me she grew up in the Empire.
Yes, the accent is a dead giveaway. Pure Droman Kos. Sergeant Dorne earned more commendations in her 2 years of Imperial service than most soldiers earn in 10. Since joining the Republic, she's earned 2 Medals of Valor, both for rescuing wounded soldiers under fire in enemy territory. This woman has led an exceptional career.
Someone with Sergeant Dorne's skills would make a great addition to my squad.
I agree. Sergeant Dorne is Havoc squad material without question. It's settled then. Congratulations, Lieutenant. You're halfway to a full squad. I'll contact Colonel Gaff to notify him about the transfer. You should go and inform Sergeant Dorne yourself, Lieutenant. Contact me from your ship when you've finished. Garza out.
Lieutenant, sir? Is there something else I can do for you?
Consider this your official invitation to Havoc Squad, Sergeant Dorne.
Lieutenant, this is the greatest honor of my career. I'm speechless.
Don't get too excited, Sergeant. It's not as impressive as it's made out to be.
Oh, hush your face.
Sergeant Dorne, reporting for duty, Lieutenant. I'll prepare my Regulation 6 personnel transfer documents at once.
You've more than earned this, Sergeant.
I'll gather my personal effects and meet you on board your ship, Lieutenant. Thank you.
Alright, and now we have a new companion, and thank goodness, because I was getting tired of Jorgen.
I'm gone.
Reporting for duty. How nice of you. How nice of you.
How nice of you.
Alright, we've made it to 2 with Dorne.
You're entirely too kind. You're entirely too kind. How nice of you.
And we're at 3.
How nice of you. You're entirely too kind. How nice of you. How nice of you.
4.
You're entirely too kind. You're entirely too kind. You're entirely too kind. You're entirely too kind. You're entirely too kind.
Alright, now we'll go contact General Garza from the ship quickly, and that'll be where we end for the day, because we've only got about 10 minutes left in the video.
Lieutenant, I assume Sergeant Dorne took the news well?
Sergeant Dorne is honored to be in Havoc Squad.
Excellent. We'll have the squad fully restaffed in no time. One other detail. Were you able to retrieve a sample of the weaponized Rakghoul disease that Needles was developing?
No samples were retrieved, General.
That's too bad. Research Division would have done anything to get their hands on a sample. And I could have used the favors. That's all for now, Lieutenant. Congratulations once again. Garza out.
Nobody needs a serum that dangerous. We reach level 5 with Alara. See if we can get through these companion things before we end the video.
Sir, my equipment and personal effects have been stowed in full accordance with Transport Code Section 2. If I may say so again, sir, it is truly an honor to be selected for Havoc Squad.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Dorne.
Thank you very much, sir. I intend to begin reviewing and memorizing all relevant dossiers and intelligence reports on our assignment immediately. If I discover any points of confusion or areas where I believe I can contribute, I'll submit a full 587B report.
Carry on, Dorne.
Yes, sir. Excuse me, sir. May I have a moment of your time?
I've always got time for you, Alara.
Thank you, sir. As a condition of my service in the Republic military, Personnel Division requires that I report regularly on my activities. However, my Havoc Squad missions are classified and cannot be shared with Personnel Division. I'd like to ask if you would vouch for me when I report in.
I'll be happy to help.
Thank you very much, sir. We should use the ship's secure line. Captain Kaynor, this is Alara Dorne, personnel number 22795, reporting in per Regulation 449.
Please, Alara, you don't have to give me the full rundown every time. I know who you are. How are things?
Well enough, sir. Allow me to introduce you to the commander of Havoc Squad, my new CO, Sir, this is Captain Kaylor, Army Personnel Division.
Good to meet you, Captain.
The pleasure's mine. Meeting you is a real honor. Tell me about being in the top squad in the Republic, Alara. You must be keeping very busy.
I'm sorry, Captain, but you aren't authorized to know about Havoc Squad's activities. My CO will have to vouch for me from now on.
What? Alara, I don't want to be a hard case, but rules are rules. This top-secret junk won't fly.
All Havoc Squad activities are highly classified, Captain. I'm sorry for any inconvenience.
Inconvenience. Just carry on, Alara. We'll talk about this after I've had a word with my superiors. Kaylor out.
I wasn't expecting him to react so strongly. Surely he didn't expect me to report on classified information.
Protecting classified information is a top priority.
Yes, sir. I'm surprised the captain didn't agree. If you'll excuse me, sir, I have several matters to attend to. Thank you for your time.
More examples of just how corrupt the military is.
Inventory report, sir. Food and medical supplies all look good, but our munitions are getting low. Thought we'd have enough to last us a year. Already requisitioned command for more. Guess I shouldn't be too surprised. See more action in one day with Havoc than you see in a month with the Deadeyes.
There's a lot of demand for a unit of our caliber.
We mainly ran decapitation strikes. Neutralized enemy commanders before a Republic offensive. Left the opposition leaderless, disorganized. Sometimes, we'd camp outside the enemy's base for weeks, waiting for a clear shot. Eventually, we'd hit our target, pull out, let the ground pounders mop up.
You must have chalked up quite a kill count.
Over 24 confirmed. Eventually, I was offered a promotion and a post on Ord Mantell. I took it. Smart move career-wise. More men, more responsibility. But I wasn't interested in fighting separatists.
Must have been an awkward transition.
One day I'm picking off Imperial brass, the next I'm pacifying mobs of angry seps. After my transfer, command of the Deadeyes fell to my XO, Torv. Smart kid. A little green, but the potential was there.
If he learned from you, I'm sure he's a fine officer.
Only so much a person can be taught about leadership. You've either got what it takes, or you don't. Come to think of it, I haven't been in contact with the Deadeyes for a while. I should find out where they're stationed. Catch up. Sir, you should know. General Vander contacted me. Said he'd talk it over with the brass and finagled a way to get me back on Ord Mantell. Offered me my old post. A promotion and command of their operations there. Pretty sweet deal overall.
I hope you turned him down. You're a part of Havoc Squad now.
You think I'd head back to some backwater planet like Ord Mantell? Fact is, I've been hitting the Empire harder than ever since I joined Havoc Squad. I didn't enlist to win medals or promotions. I enlisted to protect the Republic. To prove my people have a place here.
Glad you're finally warming up to your assignment.
It's growing on me. We already lost one home to the Mandalorians. I'm not about to let the Empire take another.
Alright, and that is where we're going to stop for today now that all the companion stuff has been wrapped up. Thank you for joining me for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. And like and subscribe if you haven't already. It greatly helps out the channel and I really appreciate it. Also, don't forget that today's video was sponsored by W Energy, and you can use my discount code Joshua265 to be able to get 10% off your order. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.